What up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome back to the realest women's basketball breakdown on the net and the only place where hoops meet higher perspective, man. Let's get right into it. The top 16 seeds are officially revealed. And after what we saw yesterday on Sunday, all those conference games, some of our confidence in our faves may have shifted. I don't know. Y'all. So we gonna check out the top 16 reveal, break that down how we do. Plus, we gonna shoot our regular and break down the final AP top 25 poll of the season, y'all. But this time we're gonna do it a little bit different because this the last one. So we're gonna play a little game with it. We're gonna make it fun, make it interesting to y'all. But last but not least, we're gonna take a peek into the conference tournament that starts this Wednesday. So we got the brackets, we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna drop our predictions in the chat. I promise y'all we're gonna cook tonight. So pull up, pull up, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Kick your shoes off. Let's get into the episode. Y'all know each and every episode is powered by the illest lifestyle brand on the map, Freer Lens, a lifestyle brand encouraging dope people like you to do all things with purpose and intention. Y'all, we on the road to 500 subscribers. So while you here and anywhere on this channel, whether it's this episode, previous episode, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man, and definitely get into the comments, engage with the live chat, man. It's all love. And to you and yours, man, much appreciated, man. I appreciate all the engagement on this channel. Man, we about to turn up tonight, man, because Sunday was fun. Sunday was fun. Sunday was fun, man. I don't know about y'all, but the games were lit. And let's get into the games, man. Let's get into the action. It was some big wins, some statement games yesterday. First and foremost, man, shout out to Notre Dame for they climbing back. They climbing back. I still think Notre Dame is a scary, dangerous, sneaky team in March Madness, and we gonna see some peaks of their greatness, I believe, during this ACC tournament. So we're gonna check into the bracket a little bit later and drop some predictions. But they played a tough game, tough win against Louisville. Louisville been kind of on a skid, yo. Like if we just want to keep it a bean, Louisville ain't been looking that strong as of late. Like the last 4 games, it's been tough. But you know what I mean? Shout out to them. Shout out to Notre Dame, man. What up? What up? Welcome back to the chat. My boy Timothy Williams. What's up? How it's going? Man, I appreciate you for pulling up. We just got started, man. So yeah, let's get into it, man. We recapping these games from Sunday, and then we're gonna get into the top 25 and then the top 16. And then we're gonna drop some predictions for the conference tournament. So y'all right on time. Y'all right on time. Again, like I said, we playing the game starting at 6:45 with our AP reactions. Okay. So we're gonna go over the rules a little bit later. But right now, let's talk about these Sunday games, man. We had a lot of big games. One thing, first and foremost, Notre Dame showed out. Big game for Notre Dame. Definitely needed to close out this up and down roller coaster of a ride season on a high note by beating a conference foe. And you know, not too long ago was the best team in the ACC, undoubtedly, right? But not any longer. So I think we can all agree that Duke is the best team in the ACC. So I'm gonna skip over this SEC game and go right to the Duke North Carolina game. Talk about mind blowing, because I went into that game thinking, all right, Duke, this is not to say it was going to be an easy one, but I thought for sure that it was going to be better than what it was. Duke started off well, but then it was just, you know, we did a live watch and chill on this game yesterday, and it was kind of a disappointing game because they fell flat and they kind of was driving flat the whole game. It was like, dog, pull over. get that insta flat real quick and get back to it. But they never got clicking. The stars never showed up and the stars never aligned for Duke. And then, you know, North Carolina closed out a strong, tough game. So shout out to North Carolina. The ACC is stronger than what they look. I'm excited for the tournament to come up. The tournament starts Wednesday. We're going to look at the tournament and break it down. You feel me? Welcome back to the chat, man. Welcome back, Farrell. Welcome back, passing through Sports Talk Media, man. These the VIPs right here, always pulling up. Shout out to y'all. What's popping, man? Farrell, we just got started, y'all. So yeah, we into the game 2 of the recap. North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? We was doing this game live. North Carolina, they played like they wanted to win the game. It just is what it is. They brought their A game. Specifically, they brought their A defense. They brought their A defense. I mean, everything that Duke usually gets off well, especially as far as getting the ball into the paint, and really initiating that drive and kick. They just weren't able to get that off consistently and maintain a high level of success with it. So the shots weren't falling. The main hitters, your senior guards, they fell short offensively, and it wasn't a night. You know what I'm saying? And North Carolina pulled up to play. Period. North Carolina found their formula. Alina is their number one. Make sure she touched the ball every possession. Yeah, I think so. I mean, her stats don't lie, right? I think that sometimes they can look more towards what's the other guard, Navarre, and hold on, let me go back to the scores from yesterday. My bad, y'all. But when y'all thinking of doing something, do y'all be humming like random things, like random tunes from your ancestral lineage? I don't know. It just little rhythms be coming to me. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to these stats from yesterday. Boom. Here we go. Yeah, she had a big 22 points, 4 for 5, perfect from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, high turnovers. That's okay though. You chalk it up. 2 steals. So I mean, a heck of a stat line. Sometimes, again, I was about to say, yeah. Sometimes they kind of ride a little bit heavy with Navarre, and she get to taking some shots, taking a little bit of shots, and that's cool if you know 50% clip. You know what I mean? If you shooting it out of your first 8 shots, if you hit 4, keep shooting. You feel me? But 4 for 11, we don't like those type of numbers. But I do like the aggressiveness, so I'm not mad. If they leaving you open, you got to take it. So you know what I mean. I rather you miss shots that you don't take than be scared to take the shots, and we don't know if you would have made them or missed them. You know what I'm saying? If you missed a shot, I know what to, as a coach, I know how to correct that. If you don't never take the shots, now it's a mental game, now it's a emotional game, and that part of the game itself, a coach can't impact that. Like, confidence got to come from within you. A coach can empower you as much as they can, but you feel me? So on the flip side, you look at Duke and look at their lead guards, right? Jackson, 5 for 13. Come on, man. This a statement game. This is an ACC game, right? This game is gonna cost you some a seed slot, okay, in the top 16 and in the AP poll rankings. This is a game that you can't afford to lose, but here we are. You feel me? I mean, they played strong, they played tough, but you want a little bit more efficiency. You like the threes, but you're kind of that swing big guard. So the paint, again, is what Duke does well usually every game, and they just weren't getting enough production from the paint in my opinion. Overall, I feel like both teams played well. I mean, it's a really well fought good game. So I'm not really mad. I know they mad, but I'm not mad. You feel me? Lainey Grant, shout out to her. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Stat line: 10 points, 3 for 7 for the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 2 for 5 free throws, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. I like that stat line. I like that stat line. I mean, look at just their starters in general. You feel me? It's just complete balance, right? Complete balance. Everybody is showing up. If they got a little bit more production off the bench, it would have really been a smoke show, but they didn't get that much production off the bench. So I mean, you could say the same thing for Duke. Their starters, they carried as much weight as they possibly could, but they needed to carry more. You know what I mean? And again, this is why I say it's different from understanding what the coach wants you to do game to game, but you then have to take it up a notch and say you got to understand the assignment. I say that all the time. You got what the coach wants you to do, the strategies, and then you got your own personal mission. Understanding the assignment is, yeah, we want to win because we know what's at stake, but you personally is like, dog, I'm about to smoke today. This is about to be my best game, period. I don't care what y'all say. I'm coming outside and I'm ready because my team needs me. And again, with a team like Duke, they really go as Ashlyn Jackson goes. If she don't shoot well, or at least hit her averages, mainly if she's not efficient, they tend to not win those games. So you know what I mean. Hopefully this changes in the ACC tournament. We're gonna see. Next up game. Let's talk about this Texas and Alabama game, man. Texas definitely had the girls clenching their pearlies because they wanted to make it a back and forth type of thing. You know, Texas really can play quote unquote down to competition, and that's no slight to Alabama because Alabama is a good team, but really it shouldn't have been this close at all. This should always, if Texas want to be considered, hold on, pause. Ashlyn Jackson played well yesterday, I thought. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, but one would think you got to be exceptional and close out games because you got to make a statement. This your last year. This is the last time you ever gonna play North Carolina. Last. I only made 5 shots. What? So I'm going out. I could potentially go out as a Duke all-time Duke legend. Now, granted, Ashlyn Jackson is one of those, but like you can really cement your legacy because this is one of the best years Duke has had as a program in a long time. You feel me? So you having this team is having a career year. You're under a growing future Hall of Famer in the coach in Kara Lawson. You got to go out with a bang, and it's a rivalry. You got to go out with a bang. That's just me. You got to go out with a bang. Oh, I want forever the Tar Heels to hate because you know I'm gonna be at all the future Duke versus Tar Heel games because I'm Miss Jackson. If you nasty, okay. So I want forever the Tar Heels they're disgusted with me because of my performance, because of what I did on their home court on the last game of the season, a game that also mattered a lot to both teams. You got to go out there and you got to put up. You a senior too. Come on, man. You know what Juju would have did. Paige would have did. All right. So I agree. She did play well, but you got to be great. That being said, Texas, same thing with Texas, man. They play down to competition, and again, that ain't no shade to Alabama, but this game shouldn't have been close. It shouldn't have had us worried. Low scoring game, first quarter, 13 points to Alabama's 11. Texas tried to pick it up. They continued to pick it up throughout the game. But if Alabama was scoring on Alabama's usual rate, Texas, they could have gave this game away. And it got me frustrated because I can't even get my words out because I'll be like, Texas, what y'all doing sometimes? That being said, shout out to Madison Booker, 21 points, 9 rebounds. Shout out to Jordan Lee, 5 assists. Timmons on the other end on Alabama's. She had 24 points. Weathers 6 rebounds. Weathers also had 5 assists. So you know what I mean. You get a little bit more contribution from Alabama offensively. You feel me? This is a team that can put up 90 points too. You know what I mean? You know, so Texas really, starting off slow is I know it's not like you can help it per se, but Texas, oh, thank you, Timothy, for saying it. Texas is very beatable. Their lack of spacing is very concerning. And so when they're not making shots, it just get crowded. And then they start ball watching, right? And then waiting on somebody else to do something, dribble, miracle. You know what I mean? Like, okay. It's okay. It's okay. Tighten up. Tighten up though. SEC tournament is right around the corner. It's Wednesday. Tighten up. Tighten up. You know who is tighten up? Okay. Screw. Shout out to the Buckeyes. Shout out to Buckeye Nation. Shout out to Buckeye Nation. Ohio State Buckeyes put the belt to A. They put the belt to A to Michigan State. Fun fact: Michigan State in their contest against top 15 teams, they are 1-5. Michigan State, are they fools gold? If y'all can't beat the top 15 teams, how do we expect you to make it to Elite 8? Because that's at best what's Michigan State gonna do. Maybe Elite 8, right? That being said, shout out to Ohio State, man. Cambridge, come on, man. Jayloni she just a walking certified bucket, completely certified bucket, man. Matter of fact, did they already list? No. So we still waiting on Big Ten's player awards to come out. SEC's player awards are slated to come out tomorrow. And let's see, when does Big Ten come out? Because I'm saying that to say, because I got Jaylani would be my Big Ten player of the year. Okay, so Big Ten's player awards comes out March 4th. Okay, so on the start of the tournament, we'll find out who Big Ten's player awards are, recipients are, that is. So it's gonna be real interesting. Welcome to Her Core Haru. Shout out to you. Brand new to the pod, big UConn Lynx fan, but I love women's basketball as a whole. Welcome. Salute to you, Jeremy. Yeah, I mean, how can you not love UConn? And that being said, I mean, that go hand in hand, UConn and the Lynx. Minnesota, for some reason, is just like UConn and Minnesota is like this, from the fans. So I feel like it's more UConn fans that like Minnesota than UConn fans that like the Sun. Right? Am I making that up? But that's just how I feel. And I always go with my gut. But shout out to you. Welcome. Yeah, we love all, fan love over here. So it ain't no bias. I'm a South Carolina fan. And when it comes to WNBA, big Aces energy. But that being said, I just love WNBA. I love basketball. I love women's basketball. Underline women's basketball. Underline. Welcome, Kimberly Singleton. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Her Core, Her Rules. Texas definitely needs to be more consistent. But remember, the reason Alabama wasn't scoring early was because Texas defense is always on point. Great comment. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah. Texas, one thing about it is even when their offense fails, their defense is always buttoned up. Again, the second quarter, what did Alabama have? 9 points in the second quarter. So yeah, it's bad shooting a little bit, bad shot selection, but it's also just great defense. And defense ain't necessarily been Alabama's calling card. So, when we're going into tournament time, it's going to be the best defensive team that wins. Yeah, you doing all that now, okay? But when the clampers really come out on you, the game get gritty now. It ain't no longer sexy. Then those who are we see who really put on the capes and really ready for the moment, because the moments are really just that big when we talk about conference tournaments and March Madness. That being said, Michigan State is one of AP's pet cats. They've been overrated all year. Oh, wow. Okay, well then tell me how you feel then. Okay, tell me how you feel. I mean, we need for you to bring this right back up when we actually break down the AP poll. SEC teams are hard. Yes, they are hard. They're physical. SEC teams can beat you in transition, fast court, playing fast game. They can beat you in the half court. Really, your top, 15, those SEC teams, they multi-dimensional, right? They got bigs, they got guards, they got the mid-range, they got the three-point threat. They really got it all. What they don't have is an answer for UConn. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And I ain't even like, yo, UConn. Y'all know I'm a Gamecocks fan, but There we go. SEC teams are hard to beat at home, right? Because Texas was undefeated at home, right? So you feel me? It's crazy. The Big Ten has so much depth. 7 teams in the top 16, 12 teams projected to make the tournament. The Big Ten tournament is going to be very fun. Underline that. Underline that. Great comment. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, for real, it absolutely is. I think that's the Big Ten, and I really feel like the ACC tournament. I say tournament is going to be elite. Have you on the edge of your seat type vibe. That's just kind of, I don't know what is giving me that, because I feel like everybody in the ACC can beat everybody in the ACC, right? So now that we have seen that Duke then fell, that Louisville has fallen. Now we've seen Clemson and Virginia Tech on the rise. Shout out to Virginia Tech Hokies, man. We ain't getting enough love out here, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna show ourselves in ACC. Now we see Notre Dame trying to. They run it. They say, "Hold on, don't forget about me." So I think overall the tournaments, unless you a UConn fan, sit this one out. Just watch everybody else, because I'm not tuning in to nothing Big East got going on that tournament. What I ain't even included in the graphics today. I ain't even do no research on it. I don't even know who played who first. It don't matter. Does it matter? Are we even gonna watch it? We're not gonna watch that. We're not gonna. We don't care. DePaul playing Butler. We don't care. I mean, shout out to them though. Shout out. That ain't no disrespect. Next game up. South Carolina, they better count their lucky stars, because they just barely got on up out of there with a win though. Okay, and that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. We do not want to. Don't do this to us. Okay, this is, as fans here, we don't need to be in uproar like this. Okay, we can't have these type of things happening to us. But shout out to South Carolina. I mean, one thing about them is that they've shown us multiple times in several different scenarios that even when it get hot, they still pull out that win. Right? They haven't been perfect. It's, you know what I mean? It's not many teams that have been. We got UConn that's been perfect. We got UCLA that's been practically perfect, but they've been flawed, but they still have been victorious even through their flaws. And so that's just a testament to their leadership, a testament to the bond that they have as a team. But Kentucky, boy, they scared the well coached, bro. Shout out to Kenny. Well coached team, man. Kentucky is a good team. They just tend to dig themselves in holes early and can't climb out sometimes. This game was an example. A lot of people, I like your comment, appreciate you. A lot of people say you got to win the second and third quarter, right? Or second and fourth quarter, right? You want to win those quarters, closeout quarters. My impression of the game has always been the first and the fourth. The first, you got to put your imprint on the game early. You have to force them to call an audible. You have to do what's necessary to impose your will out the gate. So have 2 to 3 things you definitely want to execute at a high level, right? And you start off, you hit them with boom, 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 right? So similar to what Texas did, I forget what that game was. LSU? I think it was LSU. The rematch. They came out the first 4 plays, they ran right to Maddie. Both on curl coming to this corner wing shot opposite, then 2 wings, right? Midi shots, all midi shots, getting her into her flow early and showing their defense that we getting ours. Okay, now you gonna have to try to stop this, because you don't know that if you try to stop this, look, I got 2 more options off of that, just with your attempt to stop that. But you got to be able to get 2 to 3 things off, right? And so, if Kentucky doesn't have a good approach to the game early, And if it's unsuccessful early, it makes it tough because you are playing a better team, right? So it makes it tough to then have counters for whatever Dawn is drawing up because she done already took you out your first move. So now you're gonna try to, okay, well, let me counter that. Nah, she done already put the clamps on you. So now she done took the confidence out of you. So you with Kentucky, they are a talented team. They just got to get out the ground, out the gates early. You feel me? But I think they're gonna do better, a lot better in the playoffs. I think that this game is the exact momentum that they need. So I'm excited for them in the playoffs for sure. South Carolina and UK matchup well, and a nail biter every single time, every single time. But I think Kentucky just has so much adversity this year with the up and down with the roster and the lineup changes due to injuries that it's easy for us to kind of like mistake them for being lesser foes than what they really are. Not to say that we're doing that collectively, but I'm just mean like just people in general. When you think SEC hitters, the first three teams, Kentucky not in them. First four teams, Kentucky not in them. You would probably even take Oklahoma over Kentucky because Oklahoma has been in the mix all year round. But Kentucky started off higher, faster, stronger, but injuries kind of clipped their wings early. Then they had to fight back. So they had to fight back. So here we are. Champions always find a way to win, always stay poised and don't get flustered. Absolutely. Shout out to you. Welcome to Her Core, Her Rules. Appreciate your comment and your activity in the chat. South Carolina will play in front of their fans in Greenwood. That's what I'm saying, man. That's more. We're gonna talk about the tournament here soon. Actually, last game we're gonna talk about here is Texas A&M beat upset win against Ole Miss. Man, Ole Miss, man, they just got they spirits knocked out of them. They ain't been able to bounce back from the loss of games and then the loss of energy. I just feel like they just a fatigued team. And they ran out of gas, not just literal gas, but figurative gas as well. So Ole Miss, man, tournament start Wednesday, so y'all better find some some rejuvenation. Go get you a booster electrolytes and some IVs or something. Get you an IV or something. Go to the sauna or something like that. They need to find some energy. Get you a vitamin B shot, okay, or B12 thing from the gas station. Okay, you might need to take 2 of them, but y'all need to play with more bounce to the ounce in these next games, or it's just gonna be fool's gold. And I hate it for y'all because I like Ole Miss. I like Coach Yo too. But Coach Yo, really, she already know. She already know. Shout out to y'all, man, and also, man, big shout out to my sleeper team, Virginia Tech Hokies, man, led by Carly Wenzel, junior guard. I mean, just a very tough team because they started their year off rocky. Started their year off in ACC play, losing to Duke. And they just it's been an up and down season for them. But when you look at them overall, you like, wow, like they are still 22-8. So yes, up and down season, but it has a whole lot of wins on that. So shout out to Virginia Tech. What a dominant win against Virginia, which is a climbing foe in the ACC. They a sleeper team too. I'm telling you, Virginia, Clemson. What's another sleeper team in the ACC? Obviously my team, my Hokies here. You know what I mean? They everybody need to be worried about these tournaments. I'm trying to tell y'all, all of our faves, I feel like can fall. I feel like ain't nobody safe unless you UConn. UConn the only safe team. But shout out to Carly Wenzel, man, a sleeper in the sleeper point guard in the ACC. She put up 29 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and was 9 for 10 from the free throw. See, that's what I'm saying to you, my bro. I said when you said Ashlyn had a good game for Duke, right? Yeah, but barely. But when it's a closeout game against a rival, Virginia Tech and Virginia is like Duke and North Carolina, right? Rivalry. This how you supposed to end the game. when you the leader. This is how you split. These are the stats I'm looking for. These are stats you should be looking for. So shout out to Virginia Tech. Let me get to Clemson, the other team, Clemson. Look, the Tigers broke the Rebels. The Rebels have not won a game since their 13-point comeback. Come on, hello. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That when somebody snatched your soul, your basketball soul out your body, you a mummy out there. You a mummy out there. You shook. You don't feel confident in nothing. You don't feel confident in nothing. So it's like stepping out there with fake. Imposter syndrome is real. And it's hard to fake it in basketball, in sports in general. You either got to know that. You can't fake it till you make it. You got to be it. I didn't think the Rebels are going to win another basketball game. Nah, it's over with. Coach Yo got to figure it out schematically. Thompson need more shots. Come on, man. That's what I said. I feel like Coach Yo the first recruit she need to do is recruit a new coaching staff, because you got limitations in your approach to offensive like fluidity. It's just stagnant. It's just stagnant. It's just bounce, fool if you bout about it, and that's not gonna work. You got to be able to pass the ball. And unless you got a bunch of cold ball handlers with speed, it's not gonna happen. Dawn Staley, South Carolina, Shia Ralph, Vanderbilt, Jan Jensen, Iowa should be the finalists for Coach of the Year. Their coaching have been impressive this year. Absolutely. I feel like Iowa, Jan Jensen might can go ahead and Vanderbilt, both of them teams. I mean, Dawn, we know what it's like she gonna be penalized for being great, because we already know every year she's gonna be in the conversation for Coach of the Year every single year, just like Gino. I mean, they do incredible things every single season. But what Coach Ralph been doing and Coach Jensen been doing with Iowa and Vanderbilt, respectfully, man, over my head, I didn't see this coming, especially not with Iowa. Come on now. Syracuse a sleeper. Syracuse is a sleeper. I'm trying to tell y'all, the ACC tournament gonna have us. Oh, missed their opportunity. Missed their opportunity. Absolutely, man. They dropped the ball. It's okay. They dropped the ball. Before we move into the AP top 25 poll real quick, out of those games yesterday, is there anything that surprised y'all? I mean, we had a lot of little games. Let me pull these up real quick. Okay, so UConn had a nail biter with St. John's, blew them out 85-49. Okay, UCLA, USC. I was over here talking. I was trying to be respectful to USC, saying, it is a rivalry game, and maybe USC's guards would do enough to show up and make this game competitive. I still thought UCLA would win by 15, but 23 is much different from 15. So shout out to UCLA. I mean, they've been dominant literally all season long. That fourth quarter allowed LSU to come back, show the mental toughness that Ole Miss don't have. I love Cody, but 2 points against South Carolina. Come on. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When I agree with y'all. When I feel like a lot of players and a lot of people in general, without saying it, got that Kobe mentality, got that Mamba mentality. It's just like when you're supposed to show up and show out, that's just what you just know what you're supposed to do. I don't care about nothing. Go out and make it happen. You feel me? No excuses. What are we doing? You know what you need to do to win this game. If winning ain't everything you want to do today, get off of my line. I want to be on the winners only. That got to be it. All I do is win, no matter what. I'll go out there and shoot every shot if I have to. Texas A&M tournament bound. Absolutely. Shout out to Byron Keefe. Welcome back to Her Core, Her Rules. Tennessee, another team that fallen off as well, and fell completely out the top 25. We're going to talk about it. Notre Dame is a real NCAA contender, tournament threat if they can bottle up that performance. Yet they're going to have to stack them, right? They're going to have to stack them. They show a great game, right? Hannah go off, the supporting cast, everybody show up and show out. They knock down the corner threes because, she draw a lot of attention. All y'all really got to do is make shots. That's all they got to do. Make the shots, dog. Again, no excuse. Make the shot. Ain't that what we practice for? When you a kid, you like, all right, I get the shot. 3, 2. I done seen it, so I didn't visualize it a million times. So when the game comes, shit, this is nothing. It's like that confidence that Damian Lillard had when he was a rookie for the Blazers, rookie and sophomore, but specifically when he was a rookie. He just always been a super confident player. Shout out to UCLA, shout out to Oakland, shout out to Dame Lillard, man, Dame time. Man, he said that like when it came down to fourth quarter, I wanted the ball. I'm a rookie, so what? But I wanted the ball because I knew I was gonna make the shot. How you know I was gonna make the shot? Because I knew I was gonna make the shot. What you mean? How you know? Because I knew. You feel me? I don't know how I knew. I knew it because I've been practicing. I know I'm gonna make the shot. So, we saw some ups and downs throughout the season of teams is just not being able to like stay resilient enough to ride the wave, but then also step up, especially when it matters most. And so that's shout out to them. But them steppers gonna step on you or over you. Period. Notre Dame is a real. Oh, we already did that. Okay, bet. So yeah, it was some not that many interesting games yesterday, but just some games that kind of had you, open your eye a little bit. Like Louisville losing to Notre Dame. Baylor getting blown out by TCU. Never really kind of was in that game at all. Michigan State getting blown out by Ohio State. Duke losing to North Carolina. Ole Miss losing to Texas A&M. I mean, come on, man. So, but one thing that I will say about this year, man, what a hell of a shot. Can we all just hold on? Let me go ahead and cue up the applause real quick. Can we all just applaud for this incredible NCAA women's basketball season, 2025-2026 season? Hasn't it been a delight? Clap it up. Hasn't it been a delight, y'all? Hasn't it been a delight, man? Let me tell y'all something. One thing about it, two things for sure. I have been thoroughly entertained this season. I have no complaints. Besides the fact we didn't get to see not one dribble bounce from Juju Watkins this year, but we know she's going to be lit as hell next year, right? In the same year, we got Jersey Robinson coming in here. Man, listen, this season lived up to the expectations. It lived up to the hype. I think the superstars showed up. All the stars aligned. I feel like we had big moments. We had records broken. And, man, it's been interesting, man. So shout out to y'all for rocking with us all season long. We're going to keep it cool, keep it thorough, and keep it pushing going towards the tournament, going into the tournament, closing out this season strong in March Madness, and we're going to roll right into WNBA. Y'all know how we do. While y'all here, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get into the live chat, man. We about to get right into the AP Top 25 AP reactions game, man. I need everybody to pull up to the live chat, get active, because now we ride out. All right, bet. So let's play AP reactions, y'all. Listen, it's the last time we're going to be able to break down the AP Top 25 polls. So I need y'all to turn up, get into the live chat. Let me know. Choose your emoji. Choose your fighter. Choose your emoji. Okay, so when we go through this top 25, let me know y'all true feelings about it. You know, the YNs and whatnot, the YGs or the YBs. I don't know what they calling them now. I'm too old. Listen, y'all know they can send you a whole paragraph, write a whole essay in emojis. Right now, I'm going to ask y'all to, when we go through this 1 through 25, give me your vibe. Tell me your feeling. Tell me if you liking it. Let's go. First thing we know, strong army. Oh, yeah, we already knew what it was. They were standing on business with that. Shout out to the committee. They did what they were supposed to do. The next thing, shocked. Oh, say what now? You said they dropped what? Who? Like what? Oh, they over who? No, I ain't liking that. Then that Terry, oh, that's for the teams that they did it to themselves, dog. Yeah, you had to tighten up. This is why you here. And then the angry face when you know that your team got robbed. When you know your team should be up maybe 2 or 3 spots higher. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Number 1, UConn. You know what I'm saying? Unanimously. They've been number 1 all season long. They're undefeated, 31-0. Shout out to the Big E. Shout out to UConn, man. Sarah Strong, Azzy Fudd, man. They've been doing their thing all year long, man. So shout out to them. Number 1 AP, top 25. Been like that all season. Strong arm for them. Strong arm in the chat. Strong arm in the chat for UConn. Strong arm in the chat for number 2, UCLA. Okay, 28-1. Only 1 L this season. I don't know about y'all, dog. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't know UCLA was going to be this dominant. Okay, now this is the UCLA from last year. You know what I'm saying? Final Four, all that whoop-de-whoop. Shout out to that. We knew Lauren Best was coming back. We knew she, boom, boom, boom. We already knew that. We already knew she had a great supporting cast. We knew Kiki Rice. We knew the names, but we didn't know it was going to look like this. That the rollout and the trust in the process was actually going to be what it was. Shout out to UCLA. Strong arms in the chat for UCLA, man. I don't respect it. Oops, hold on. I don't respect it. We saw this last year. Oh, damn. Well, Jeremy is gonna keep it a bean. Okay. He gonna keep it a bean for sure. I don't respect it. Anybody else feel like UCLA fools go? They don't respect it. They don't respect it. You know, we got a lot of people that strong arm. I'm strong arm UCLA. But you feel me? How y'all feeling about it? Do you think they gon', you know what I'm saying, scuff their Tims in Final Four? Or do you think it's based on a matchup? Do you think they could beat anybody up into the finals? How y'all feeling about UCLA? I think UCLA strong. I think UCLA strong, but if they blew a tire in the Final Four and then couldn't hit no shots or whatever, right? And it's a lot of turnovers. All of a sudden they can't rebound, or Lauren Best getting in foul trouble, and then everything just started looking. I can see it going that way. I could see it going that way. Let's get to South Carolina, number 3, man. We got right here. My boy Jeremy says South Carolina out the gate should be number 2. I ain't liking that. I ain't liking that. How y'all feel about it? Would y'all flip UCLA and South Carolina? South Carolina done won some hard games. I thought that game with Kentucky showed a lot of might. I don't know. We still got a lot of strong arms for UCLA. A lot of strong arms for UCLA. Shout out to y'all. Texas 28-3. Texas 28-3, ranked number 4. How y'all feel about Texas being over Vanderbilt 27-3? Yo, you said we going to the championship game. You talking about South Carolina? I think so. South Carolina, UConn championship. I respect UCLA more than UConn. Big E straight up cupcakes. Hey, man. UConn good, but I be saying the same thing. That's just that Big E's just, and I get it. I don't understand all the whys and the woos, and you know what I mean. So I ain't, we know the backstories, right? We know what's up. But at the end of the day, man, damn, that conference booty. You feel me? Booty. Yes, they could be flipped. So yeah, so I think a lot of people probably do agree with UCLA and South Carolina being flipped, or Texas and Vanderbilt being flipped. I definitely believe that Vandy probably deserved to be number 4 over Texas. But either way, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad either way. Hey, drop y'all emojis in there. Texas should be 5. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like Texas should not be over Vanderbilt right now. That's my honest opinion. I just feel like Vanderbilt, y'all saw what they did to Tennessee. Specifically, y'all saw what Michaela Blake's did to Tennessee. Yo, can we get some ones in the chat for Michaela Blake, bro? Bro, one, because she the best player in the country right now. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Nobody doing nothing with Michaela Blake's, bro. She has her way every game. And when she don't, she still put up the numbers because she damn near can't ever miss a free throw. Right? She'll miss one free throw, right? Out of 10. or 2 out of 14. Like, come on, bruh. We always gonna be there though, for sure. For sure. Vandy should be top 4. I believe so. The SEC tournament is going to be a show. It's definitely going to be a show. I got my popcorn ready. I need to go back to the store. I just re-upped on my Capri Suns. Y'all don't judge me. I still love Capri Suns. You feel me? It's just a kid in me. You know what I'm saying? So I got my little candy, right? I got my little snacks. I'm gonna bake me a little cake. You feel me? I'm listen. I'm trying to tell y'all when this is what we've been waiting for as basketball fans. This is the moment. This is what we've been waiting for. It will show in the SEC tournament. Definitely all hearts, all love for Blake's, man. Her heart is incredible. What she displays on the court, her willingness to put her team on her back, man. And she's so young, bro. Come, bro. Just don't get in no transfer portal. Just stay at Vanderbilt because I like it. I like the SEC being diverse in its competition. Like, yeah, you got your juggernaut teams. You got South Carolina. You got Texas. You got LSU. They always gonna be in the conversation. They recruit well. They recruit deep. They always got somebody coming in a pipeline. But having the Kentuckys and having the Vanderbilts, having the Oklahomas that can apply pressure, serious, legitimate. Damn, they can do it. We need that type of pressure in the SEC. Let's go. Vandy is not better than the Longhorns. Okay. Chicago Cheetah, welcome back. Her core, her rules. VIP, man. Chicago Cheetah. She said, "Hold on, what we doing?" Oh, okay. So y'all need to pump the brakes a little bit on Texas and Vanderbilt. We know Vanderbilt is all that, but don't believe the hype. Texas is still better. Okay. I like to have the opposition. I like to have the balance. Texas has more top 25 wins than any of the 12 teams. They should be 4, Kimberly Singleton says. Hello. Okay, come through with the stats. Because, it ain't about feeling. You can feel any way you want to feel about it. Okay. But the committee spoke. And that probably weighed a whole lot of it. Whole lot in it. So I appreciate that comment. Definitely give us a little bit more insight on what possibly the committee was thinking and why these top 5 standings are where they are. What y'all think about 6 and 7? Let's go for LSU. Let's go LSU 26 and 4. 26 and 4. Drop them emojis in the chat. Let me know how y'all feeling about that. Did they do enough to be number 5, or are y'all content with where they are with 6? I believe Vanderbilt will smash Texas again. Ooh, Michaela hurt for real though. The committee should not exist if it doesn't respect the fact Texas had more quad one Wednesday than other team, besides the Bruins in the country. I hope I read that right. There's only one juggernaut. Everybody else is fighting for second place. I mean, for real, you talking about UConn? Or you talking about juggernaut in the SEC, meaning Gamecocks? Either way, you will be right. Texas Longhorns are going to win the SEC. We're the best team in that conference. Okay, well, I like that viewpoint. Hook them Booker. Shout out to you. Look at Google listening to my conversations. Lord. Man, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think that what if it's a tie again, like last year, that little tiebreaker weird stuff. What if that happened? I mean, I think it's between South Carolina and Texas. I'm a South Carolina fan, so I will never get on here and be talking about any other SEC team can beat my South Carolina team. That's not gonna happen. But I think it is between them teams, and if I had to bet on it, I just think that it's gonna be more South Carolina players that show up than Texas. Okay. You could take Strong can hurt. UConn will survive, but remove Blake's and Vandy is done. Yeah, like if Strong ain't playing a good game, they still have so much depth with UConn that they can still win. But definitely not with Blake. So, but again, Blake's understands the assignment. She knows what she has to do each and every game. Remember, the Longhorns beat the Bruins and the Gamecocks already. They did. That's what I'm saying. It's between Texas and South Carolina. So you saying that if you believe that Longhorns are the better team in the SEC, you can make an argument for that, right? So at this point, it's about preference. It's just about preference. What team do you prefer, and what team would you, monetarily back if you had to? If you had to put $2 on it, who you gonna put your hard-earned $2 on? You said you're gonna put it on Texas. I'm gonna put mine on South Carolina. LSU is where they should be. I feel like LSU is a one B team in the SEC. Oklahoma, how did they jump? Okay, let's go. I mean, let's go. Oklahoma is number 7, right? Sitting 2 below Vanderbilt. I think Oklahoma had a good close to the season. But LSU, I feel like, beat better competition towards the end. All Vandy had to do was beat Texas in the SEC semifinal in that. I thought that the Tigers were where they belong. I mean, we'll find out a lot when they take them to court. When they see them on the court. Absolutely. UCLA has 14 quad 1. Texas has more top 25. Yeah, let's get into this tournament conversation because I love this. I love this energy that we doing right now. South Carolina already won the conference, not Texas. Texas not making it to the championship this year. I mean, they did. They already gave the conference, championship out, but they still got to play. Still got to play it out. Which is kind of weird though. It's kind of weird that they do that. Like, if you already got the thing, why is we playing? What are we playing for? That's crazy to me. Yeah, so all right, so let's go to the top 8 through 14. We got Michigan 8. They stood sturdy. We got Iowa at 9. TCU went up 1 to number 10, top 10. But we knew TCU all season long been a top 10 team. We knew that. They could have really been a top 8 team, but they had one too many losses. And also they playing in the Big 12, and I feel like even with the same amount of losses, if they play in the SEC, then they would have been more than likely a top 8 team. But anyway, you got Ohio State came up 2 slots. How y'all feel about Ohio State ranked number 11? And they beat out Louisville and Duke. Louisville and Duke both in the ACC lost some tough games. Meanwhile, Ohio State was out there blowing people out. You know what I mean? The competition wasn't the same. Cincinnati Bearcats that's not the same as North Carolina Tar Heels, right? That's not the same. However, they blew them out. You feel me? Also blew out Michigan State. Hold on. Duke is winning ACC again. I got Michigan, Ohio State taking the Big 10. I mean, I got Big 10. I got Big 10 Ohio State. I got Ohio State Big 10. I think Michigan is great, but I think they ain't got no answer for Jaylani. I don't think they got no answer for Jaylani. For sure. Ohio State, strong arm for sure. I think that they nailed it right there. I think that's exactly where they were supposed to be after this great win and closing out the season strong. I think Louisville and Duke, they kind of slipped. They slipped. And so that's where the tears come in, because you did it to yourself, Playboy. And so here we are. Here we are. Maryland still sturdy at 14. Shout out to Maryland. Shout out to DMV. Maryland has some up and downs this season as well, but look, they 23-7, right? And most people can't name one player off that team. I'm just saying. That's what you like to see. Yeah, I go under the radar, but listen, I'm a top 15 team representing the Big 10, right? So that says a lot. That says a lot about the Big 10. Ohio State and Michigan can't beat Iowa. Both got blown out by 20. They absolutely did. And I was really shocked by Michigan getting blown out, man. Not so much shocked at Ohio State getting blown out, but Michigan, I just thought that they would be able to slow Iowa down. And I ain't think that was going to be a runaway game for Iowa against Michigan. I thought that they matched up a little better. Thought it would be even. I would guess I was capped. So, here we are. So, shout out to the 15 through 21. We got West Virginia coming up. 2 slots, man. West Virginia, they the ones who blew out the Cincinnati Bearcats. West Virginia, sneaky team, sneaky good team. It's the second, third year in a row. West Virginia been kind of quietly good. They're 24-6, man. So watch out for them. Watch out for them. To probably clip somebody in that Big 12 tournament. Look at North Carolina, man. I told y'all when we was looking at the game, we was doing the watch and chill. North Carolina and Duke. I said if they beat Duke, they could probably jump 5-6 slots. I said if they can probably get to the top 15, but that depends on if West Virginia lose or not. Well, West Virginia definitely didn't lose. So that being said, welcome to the top 20, man. North Carolina jumped 5 slots to be that 16 seed, following by Kentucky, man, with that tough loss against South Carolina. I mean, it was a well-fought game, but, tough loss. 21-9 finished the season. But I think it was still an impressive season for Kentucky, so I ain't mad either way. Then followed by Michigan, man. They got spanked by Michigan State, got spanked by Ohio State, man. That loss cost them 3 slots for sure. That one loss. Jesus Christ. Ohio State and Michigan are the same. They both lack superior post play to win it all. Yeah, I mean, we keep talking about it, right? Ohio State need what they had, which is Cody, but Cody didn't want to be a big, right? But Cody probably like, damn, I wonder, was it worth it? Because I could have took that team in Ohio State further than I can take this Ole Miss team in the SEC. So Cody McMahon and I love her decision, and I love her thought process of being more prepared for the WNBA. But shit, I want to win all this while I'm here, dog. I'm trying to get that done, dog. But I'm pretty sure NIL and all that had to play a part too. You feel me? So it's a layered decision, and obviously she made the best one for her. But when you look at where one team is versus another, I mean, they not even in the top 21 no more. Look at where we at. We got Minnesota top 19. Shout out to Minnesota, man, a sleeper team. We got Baylor Bears. They dropped to 20th seed, and Texas Tech 21st seed, 21 seed. And y'all know I ain't really that high on Texas Tech, but shout out to them, man. They've been, they had a high, start off real high. What was they, 17-0? Couple little losses here and there. They finished the season 21st seed. And then you got Ole Miss dropped all the way down to 24. We're gonna talk about it, man. But let's get to Georgia first. Georgia first. Hold on, Jaylani Cambridge deserved first team All-American votes. Yeah, so we just said like the Big Ten's player votes or player awards come out on the 4th. So that's Wednesday. That's the start of the tournament. So those player awards can definitely gas your play up, especially that first game. And we're gonna look at the brackets, right? So we're gonna see what she gets, but we know that, respectively, she could be on All-American, first team All-American, first team defense. She could be player of the year in the conference. So I mean, she can this could be a really decorated season for her. Ohio State reminds me of 2023, 2024 NC State. That backcourt, Jaylani Kennedy Chance is very similar to James and River. Yeah. Sanaya Rivers and Zaza, man, they was crazy back there. Then you had a young Brooks coming off the bench. Was Brooks on the bench then? But that tournament of Sanaya Rivers and Zaza, you talking about put your team on your back. Jeez. They was cooking in that tournament. So you absolutely right, man. That Wolfpack team, that was a scary team in the ACC. And that's why we kind of like, they kind of set the stage and set the expectations up for these newer version of the Wolfpack teams, like where they can't really reach the level of success as that version, because you talking about these two big guards. They big. Zaza and Sanaya, they big as hell back there, right? You got, and both of them dominate the mid-range, both of them getting to the basket, both of them finishing. Like, so it was good times for Wolfpack Nation, man. Respectfully, Cody ain't the answer. She can't guard or keep Okot, Bet Strong, or Sasha Washington off the boards. Ohio State need a true big, not a stretch forward. You're right. You're right. They got little baby sis kids down there. I mean, they need to. I hope that transfer portal was nice to them. That's all I'm saying. And then I haven't really looked at their recruitment class coming in, so I can't really judge them based off potentially what they could do next season. But whether recruitment or transfer portal, I hope it's kind to them to give um Jaylani some assistance. And also, speaking of Jaylani some assistance, or Cody McMahon, Ole Miss, they gonna need some help too, right? They losing a big piece of their system going into next season, so they better retool. But shout out to Georgia, number 22 moved up one ranking. How y'all feel about that? Georgia number 22, 22-8, man. Georgia finished the season out strong with a nice little blowout, nice little BTA, feel me? Followed by Princeton. Again, Princeton didn't play 26 games. I ain't watched one of them, but shout out to them. Finished the season 23rd seed, or I'm sorry, ranking in the top 25 AP poll. Again, we'll see what they do. I'll finally get to see what Princeton does in the tournament because I haven't watched them play. But they do have nice jerseys. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Meryl Streep. Nice gowns. I mean, Aretha Franklin, nice gowns. Talking about Taylor Swift. I mean, I just don't, but shout out to them. Ole Miss dropped 5 slots with that loss, man. And they had too many losses in a row. And I bet at this point, I bet they're glad they're still just in the top 25. Well, welcome to the top 25, Fairfield. Welcome to the top 25. Again, a team that I'm not that familiar with, but shout out to them. Alabama got 29 votes. Notre Dame got 26. Columbia, Villanova, Oklahoma State, a sneaky team. North Carolina State, Rice, Washington, Tennessee. Damn, they fell all the way down to getting 3 votes. Yikes. Smile. Texas A&M tournament bound. Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing, man, because listen, if you would have said at the top of the year you had 2 SEC teams that's going to be in top 25 team or a tournament team, or you had to put your money on them in a tournament, you can put your money on Texas A&M or you can put your money on Tennessee. I think at the top of the season, most people, you poll 10 people, 8 or 9 of them going to say Tennessee. But now to conclude this season, now if you poll 10 people, 10 of them go 10 of them gonna say Texas A&M, right? I just think that they have done what we didn't expect them to do, and I think they have a higher upside going into tournament time. So shout out to Tennessee Lady Vols though, man. It was a heck of a run this season, you feel me? But yeah, you know what I mean. It's sad, definitely sad faces for Tennessee when you see how they've fallen off. Tears and sad faces. Same thing with Ole Miss, right? Same thing with NC State. Shout out to North Carolina for Tar Heels for fighting back in it, because they had got bounced out and they climbed back in it, and now the Tar Heels are a 16 ranked team. So shout out to them. Baylor wasn't in it all year round as well. So Baylor fought in it. And West Virginia had to fight in it too. So I think how you conclude the season is definitely setting your team up for success that next season, especially when it comes to the ease of breaking into that top 25. Fairfield is a very good program. The actions they run are elite. Their coach has been and will be a hot target for a P4 head coaching job this year. Okay, let's go. Thanks for that insight, man. Again, I haven't watched Fairfield play this year, so I'm excited to see them in March Madness. Definitely in a tournament, depending on where their games are going to be aired. We might be able to get to watch it on TV, their tournament. But that being said, I love to see where teams are popping up on the radar that are not your typical, big house Power 4, D1 teams. Like, we know all these teams here on 1 through 7 don't surprise me, even though Vanderbilt, yes, a shock that they were so good this year. But when you see Vanderbilt being a top 25 ranked team, that doesn't surprise me. But when you get down to the nitty gritty and you see Princeton, you see Fairfield on there and in the conversation, then you're like, okay, wow. Shout out to the expansion of women basketball, because you can't sleep on nobody, right? Then we see other teams like Clemson and Oklahoma State, more teams getting into the mix with their popularity. Again, my Virginia Tech Hokies. So again, how you close the season and how you excel and stay resilient throughout the season sets your team up for the next season, right? You always trying to make it easier for them to be successful next season. I think shout out to Fairfield, shout out to Princeton, shout out to all the sleeper teams that we've witnessed this season that shocked us, and we love to see it. Get to this comment. Kim Caldwell on the warm seat. Come on now. Yes, she is. Hopefully she got a job next year. You feel me? Now we're gonna play a special little game. Not really a game, but y'all, this is why I need y'all to get active in the chat. Start dropping y'all picks. Because we're gonna look at this top 16 reveal. You heard, and then we're gonna go through these tournaments. And tournament brackets. Okay, so get into the chat. We're gonna drop your conference champion pick. We're gonna go through the top 16 reveal, look at the Power 4 conference brackets, and start doing our little predictions. You feel me? UConn recruited a player from Fairfield. For real? Who was that? They transferred over from last season to this season? Hold on. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. That's real good to know. I think West Virginia and Georgia are criminally underrated. Both can reach the Sweet 16, and I do not disagree. One thing that they both have is a level of grit that can't be taught. They just have it. They just have a desire to win, and they don't mind doing the grunt work. They don't mind playing intense and a level of defense that most teams are uncomfortable with on the receiving, right? They don't know how to respond to defenses from Georgia and West Virginia, especially when they're completely locked in. Plus, they got some players over there that could put the ball in the basket. Okay, so gonna be interesting. Byron Keefe said got South Carolina, Duke, UCLA winning their conference champions. Let's go. Let's talk about it. All right, so top 16 was revealed yesterday during our rivalry Sunday games, the last game of the season when we was doing the Duke versus North Carolina live watch party. Let's talk about our first seeds. First seeds are practically the same except for Texas and Vanderbilt, right? Texas and Vanderbilt, we knew it was whoever closed out stronger is going to get in to that fourth seed, that fourth top one seed. I mean, we can always go back and forth about which team you will prefer as a top one seed to round out those four teams, and I think both of them are very deserving of that slot. But I think that Vanderbilt, I think the committee understands that Vanderbilt is just too relied upon one person. So, Texas is a more balanced team. They're a deeper team, and I think they're the better team. To be honest, I mean Vanderbilt has the better player, but I think Texas is the better team. So I do think Texas deserved to be that one seed. I thought last week when we talked about it, I thought a lot of people was kind of like, oh, damn, we was all kind of surprised for real. So I think they kind of fixed it. You know what I mean? But it also put a little chip on Vanderbilt's back, being a 2 seed. Like, hold on, what we doing? Okay, bet. I see y'all in the tournament. On the tournament, we got South Carolina, North Carolina, UCLA, TCU, Michigan. These are going to be your conference champs. Okay. We about to do this bracket real quick. Vanderbilt deserves that one seed. Come on. If we're going off resume, UCLA shouldn't be the number one seed overall. Oh wow. UC Lake should be the number 1 seed overall. I mean, if we are, because I mean they've only lost the one game and they've had a much more competitive season than UConn. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's another team that's undefeated, but they're not like this level of D1. They're probably D2 or D3 or something like that. But so you can make the case for both teams, right? When you're looking at this from a non-biased lens, from an area perspective, I mean, you can actually say, if you do a pros and cons for each team, it probably comes off pretty even on both teams, whether it's Vanderbilt or Texas being that 4th number 1 seed. You just got to make both of them was going to feel disrespected. Whoever didn't get that number 1 slot, that team was going to feel slighted. So the same feeling Vanderbilt has right now is the same feeling Texas had last week. So, what we can say is I don't think either one of those teams did enough to make it crystal clear that they deserve it or over the other, because I feel like we can make the case for both teams. That being said, man, I feel like the conversation really comes down to the 2 seeds. LSU 2 seed, Vanderbilt 2 seed, Michigan 2 seed, Iowa 2 seed. How y'all feel about the 2 seeds? Should we do the strong arms again, or should we do hell no, angry face? How y'all feel about the 2 seeds? You got TCU. You feel like TCU should be a 2 seed? Byron Keith. Michigan State is a sleeper, or Michigan. I'm sorry, Michigan State is a sleeper. You're right. Michigan State is a sleeper. LSU getting shown by the bus. UConn. Yeah. If LSU, this is the worst outcome for LSU, being in the same bracket as UConn. That's the worst potential outcome for LSU. They don't want that. But, we're going to see. I do believe Michigan State is a sleeper. I do believe that TCU probably has a case. They are a 3 seed. I believe TCU has a case for a 2 seed team. I would take TCU over right now over Michigan. I know that it seemed kind of crazy, but that's just kind of where I'm, at with Michigan. I feel like Michigan is good, but I feel like Michigan has showed themselves to have some flaws too. I couldn't take TCU over Vandy or LSU, but I can't take them over Iowa either. I can't take. Iowa too good, dog. I don't know. I don't know. Louisville 3 seed, Duke 3 seed, TCU 3 seed, Oklahoma 3 seed. How y'all feel about that? Who cares about a number 1 seed? UConn won last year as number 2. That's true. That's absolutely true. 4 seed Maryland, Ohio State, Minnesota, Michigan. Right? So we see that Ole Miss ain't in there no more, right? That's heartbreak hotel for them. I'm sure they not liking that. Okay, so off topic fan, South Carolina to South Carolina fan. You think we winning it this year? Do I think we winning it all this year? No. I appreciate your question, because I got to be honest. I'm so confident when it comes to South Carolina against every other team but UConn. Now, I'm becoming more confident in us against UConn because of how Okot is leveling up her play. And if she continues on this trajectory, leveling up her play throughout the tournament, throughout March Madness, I think Okot versus Sarah Strong is going to be one hell of a showdown. I thought originally it was going to be Joyce against Sarah Strong, but I thought that if I had to do that, then I would probably put my money on Sarah Strong, to be honest, over Joyce Edwards. However, Okot playing the way she's playing defensively and then adding that attack offensively and then being able to stretch the floor and still showing footwork, still showing her ability to score around the basket, back to the basket, still being able to face up. I just think she makes it more interesting now. That being said, I might still take UConn. I don't know, but I don't know. It depends on the matchup. I think everybody know kind of project UConn being there, but if it's a random thing where maybe UConn is not in the finals, I don't think we thinking that far, like that's even the possibility. But what if UConn is not in the finals? South Carolina is, and it's South Carolina and UCLA. Then I got my money on South Carolina. Oklahoma is one of those teams that if they get hot, they're going to be a legit problem. Yes. Yes. And if the game is close in the fourth quarter, whether they've been hot or not all game long, if that game is close in the fourth quarter against Oklahoma, they become the most dangerous team to watch. Because Chavez, what we've seen Chavez do in the fourth quarter in overtime games, has been something pretty magical. So one thing you can't be is have a close game with Oklahoma. I mean, yeah, with Oklahoma in the fourth. If you 3 minutes left or 4 minutes left and you got a single digit game, 7 points or less, like she 2 threes in this now. Come on now. Plus she get the rocking you with the come on, man, stop it. Brenda Free's got to be Big Ten champion of the year. Cody. Hey, it's a lot of people over there though. There's a lot of people with the Big Ten that, hey, hold on, what about me, ma'am? Hold on, sir. Hold on. What up, Miss D? Welcome back. Her core, her rules, man. While y'all here, make sure y'all hit that like, man. Hit that subscribe, man. Pull up in that chat. Yeah, Chavez can get hot. When Chavez gets hot, man, she take over the game, and then don't let Reagan Beers get to picking you. One thing about Reagan Beers, if she can just stay on the court and not get in early foul trouble, man, when it's a big game, she can just get in foul trouble, and then, geez, Louise, you feel me? Corey Close have a case. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that really got Big Ten. They got some hitters, bro. I hate that UConn and South Carolina rematch is possibly a semifinal, except the Natty. Exactly. We might get that in the semis, and I don't really want that. I need that in the finals. All 5 positions are shooters at UConn. South Carolina has difficulty guarding the 3-point line. They definitely can. They definitely have. I mean, South Carolina has shown some weaknesses, and that's why I think that when playing UConn, man, it's just, and they move so well. UConn moves so well off the ball, right? They ain't never stuck. So you feel me? It's just yay. It's gonna get interesting, man. Let's talk about these this tournament schedule, man. Round one. Pull up to the chat. We're gonna start dropping our predictions. Round 1 starts Wednesday, right? Of all of them, right? South Carolina tips off their tournament schedule. Game 1, 11 a.m. Arkansas, number 16 ranked versus number 9 ranked Kentucky. Okay. So we got Arkansas and Kentucky. Put y'all predictions in the chat. Who y'all got? Arkansas, Kentucky, 11 a.m. I got the dub in the chat for number 9 Kentucky. If y'all got number 9 Kentucky winning, go ahead and put number 9 in the chat. Number 9 in the chat. If y'all got Arkansas sleeper team, definitely a sleeper team. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Arkansas is a sleeper team. They ended the year on the high. They ended the year on a strong win. If y'all got Arkansas number 16 ranked, beating number 9 Kentucky, put 16 in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Kentucky wins 80-50. Okay, we already got the big predictions. Okay, projections. Let's go. South Carolina had been guarding the 3 and 3rd in the nation. Come on now with stats. What if they ain't got to guard the 3 because they guarding you full court and they just stopping everything? So we got number 9 Kentucky winning. I got number 9 Kentucky winning, beating Arkansas. I think Arkansas, they've had a great season. They have had a successful season. They've made a little noise, right? But I think the buck stops here. Shout out to Arkansas though. Game 2, 1:30. Debuting on SEC Nation. We got number 13 Mississippi State versus number 12 Florida. Drop y'all predictions in the chat. Who y'all got? Number 12 Florida, put 12 in the chat. Number 13 Mississippi State, put 13 in the chat, man. This is going to be a close game. Both of these are tough teams. If I'm going to take Mississippi State or Florida, I think I might take Mississippi State. I ain't going to hold y'all. I like Florida, though. They got a really, really good guard core over there. I mean, they're a tough team, but I think I'm going to take number 13 Mississippi State in game 2. Number 13 Mississippi State in game 2. Who y'all got? Let's go. We got number 9 for Kentucky. We got Florida wins 74-66. So we got 1 for Florida. We got another one for Kentucky. Shout out to y'all. We got another one for Florida. Okay, we got Florida fans in the house, Florida Gators in the house. You feel me? Always love in the chat. Always love in the chat. We got Mississippi State, so we got two for Mississippi State, two for Mississippi State. We got another one for Florida. I think Florida turned the corner. I think Florida, didn't they just get blew out by Georgia though? Did they turn the corner? Or did they blow a flat? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We got Georgia. We got Florida versus Mississippi State. That's the second game. Game 2, airing at 1:30 on Wednesday. Then we got game 3, right? We got a big little gap. We got other games going on, so don't even worry about it. We got game 3 at 6 o'clock. Game 3 at 6 o'clock. We got Auburn and Texas A&M. Number 15 ranked versus number 10 ranked. Okay. Jeremy said he got Kentucky and Florida. So he got number 9 and number 12. What y'all got for number 15 versus 10? Auburn versus Texas A&M. Who y'all got? We got Texas A&M 64-40. Anybody doing some parlays? Y'all need to be pulling up to the chat. Y'all might win y'all some money. I don't know. We got Texas A&M wins 64-40. We got one for Texas A&M. We got another one for Texas A&M. Another 10 in the chat. We got another Texas. Okay. Look like gonna be Texas A&M. I'm just saying. Look like it's gonna be Texas A&M and playing some great basketball. Auburn has had some tough games too, right? They've had some really good wins this year, Auburn. But Texas A&M, man, they closed out the year strong. And I feel like Texas A&M is one of those teams like a Georgia. If they click on all cylinders, they can beat anybody in the SEC. That is anybody. So shout out to them. Game 4, later game, 8:30 p.m. SEC Nation. We got number 14 Missouri versus number 11 Alabama. Alabama. What you gonna do? Bama? Y'all got 11 Alabama or y'all got 14 Missouri? I'm going to go ahead and put my little John in the chat too. I got 11 Alabama. I think Alabama going to go ahead and take that dub. Hold on. We got a upset in the house. Timothy says he got an upset alert. Okay. Upset alert. Missouri wins 70-65. Now, Missouri can't do it. So it ain't like it's impossible. It's actually quite probable. So this game can go either way. I think outside of game 1, I think every game can go either way. I think game 2 can go either way. Game 3 or game 4 can go either way. So I ain't mad at how any of these predictions are going right now. I got Alabama. We got 2 for Alabama, and we got 1 for Missouri with the upset. I think it's gonna be interesting. That's the first round of the SEC. Right, we ain't doing the second round yet because we're gonna pull back up here on Wednesday and start talking about the second round. But right now we're gonna talk about this first round. Okay, let's go on to the next conference in the ACC tournament schedule, man. Again, starting Wednesday, first game on ACC Nation. Y'all, man, if y'all gotta work in the daytime, it's just gonna be a struggle, man. You're gonna just tell your boss like, yo, bro, I gotta have my phone out, bro. It's just I know I'm on this forklift. I know it ain't safe. I gotta have the phone out. You feel me? You gotta just tell your boss, bro, I can't miss these games, dog. So first game, 11 a.m. We got Virginia and Clemson. We got number 8 versus number 9. They starting us off right, y'all. Virginia and Clemson. That one gonna be one of those. That might be game of the day of all the games between SEC, AC. Virginia and Clemson might be game of the day. Clemson wins 55-52. We got 1 for Clemson. We got 2 for Clemson. We got a number 9 in the chat. If y'all got Virginia, put an 8. Y'all got Clemson, put a 9. If y'all got parlay predictions and all that, put them numbers in there. Let me see what y'all talking about. Because I'm gonna refer back to the chat when these things come true and be like, yep, my boy Timothy did say 55-52. Yup. Game 2, we got Miami versus Stanford. Number 12 versus number 13. I'm always got my money on Stanford. So I got 13. I'm putting 13 in the chat. I got Stanford. I just got a deep love, you know what I'm saying? Deep reverence for Stanford. So shout out to Stanford, man. If y'all got Stanford, put Stanford. Stanford wins 60-52. You know, a lot of these gonna be look like it's gonna be some lower scoring games because it's the tournament time, y'all. LSU, they average 95 points a game. That's gonna slow down right now. This tournament time. Okay, we got 3 for Stanford. We all kind of feel the same way about Stanford. We think Stanford is they only one away ranked from Miami, but I think they're the better team. And I just like Stanford. I will always will. Game 3, 6 o'clock ACC Nation. We got number 10 Cal. Number 10 Cal versus number 15 Wake Forest. I think we all can agree. I got my money on California in this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take Cal's my prediction. I got number 10 Cal prediction. Timothy says Cal wins 66-55. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't want to disrespect Wake Forest, but that's gonna be a little blowout for real. Little light blowout. Little light blowout. Passing through sports talk meeting, my boy said he got Virginia over Clemson. Let me know who you got over the Miami and Stanford. Or you got the Cal. See, we all got Cal. Look, we got another one for Cal. Yeah, we got Cal. That's it right there. That's it. Then we got Georgia Tech versus Florida State, 8:30 game, number 11 versus number 14. Hell, I might go to Florida State on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna take the under on this one. I might go Florida State on this one. So we got a Georgia Tech wins 56-54, 14 for me. So I'm going Florida State. We got another one for Stanford. That's right. We got another one for Stanford over Miami. Yeah, I think we all voted for Stanford. Miami ain't getting no love. Shout out to them though, but they ain't getting no love. They ain't getting no love. ACC tournament don't get interested really until second round, but first round of SEC tournament I think will be more interesting, definitely than the ACC. Let's look at the Big Ten. Let's look at the Big Ten. Now they only got 3 games in the first round. You got K-State number 12 versus number 13 Cincinnati. K-State number 12 versus number 13 Cincinnati. I'm gonna go ahead. I love Cincinnati though, but I'm gonna go ahead and take K-State for that number 12 over number 13 Cincinnati for sure. For sure, I'm gonna go ahead and take 12 on that. 12 on that. Y'all let me know who y'all got in that game. That game 2 game. All these games for the Big Ten are airing on Peacock. And I love how Peacock do their broadcast. I love the different camera views and performance picks and all that. Like I love just the energy, and it just be super crispy, bro. I love Peacock. That being said, they don't even give us no time because it's streaming, so it ain't like it's regular TV. So it's 25 minutes after game 1 ends, game 2 starts. So you got number 15 Wisconsin against number 10 Illinois. Wisconsin is a stronger team than it looks, but I'm gonna take Illinois too. I think all these teams with orange are sleeper teams, man. Illinois, Clemson, Virginia, Oklahoma State. They all out here. We got one for Cincinnati. Okay, I love Cincinnati. I think they're well coached. I just think that they've lost some tough games and they've lost too many games this season. You got a B12 game in a B12. Why am I saying Big 12? You got a Big 12 game in a Big 10 spot. State and Cincinnati in the Big 12. Oh, you're right. Did I probably copy that from the wrong one? Probably did. Y'all know one thing about me, I do all my own graphics and all that. So sometimes players F up. Sometimes it's gonna be a little typo here and there. But I appreciate you pointing that out. Because you're absolutely right. Cincinnati is a Big 12 team. So is K-State. Yep. And then we got 14 Purdue versus 11 Oregon. 14 Purdue versus 11 Oregon. We all got Illinois on that. Illinois wins 88-74. Ooh, that's a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be close though. We got Illinois winning. Yeah, I got Illinois. I'm taking Illinois. Got to put my money on Illy. Respectfully, I'm gonna put my money on Oregon as well. Put my money on Oregon as well. So I got Oregon. My picks, I got Oregon, Illinois, and K-State, even though K-State is not, this game is not on the right flyer. Oregon wins 79-60. Everybody say Oregon by a lot. A lot. Okay, yeah. I'm predicting that same thing. I don't like blowouts, especially not in conference play or tournament play or March Madness, all that. But is we're gonna get a few of them for sure. So right now this is on the right flyer now. Here we go. We got Big 12 tournament schedule. We got Kansas State, Cincinnati. We had some Cincinnati folks in the house. We got passing through Sports Talk. He's taking Cincinnati. I'm taking Kansas State. Y'all let me know who y'all got, 12 or 13. We just reviewed that. So go ahead, drop that in there. That's that game one. That starts at 12 o'clock. That's going to be on ESPN Plus. And that's unfortunate because I don't have the ESPN app. I don't, and I'm not getting it either. So we won't be able to watch. Well, I won't be able to watch these games. I'm gonna have to watch the highlights. That's okay. Highlights will suffice. 15 minutes of game highlights. That's gonna be cool for me. Game 2 is 2:30. We got BYU and versus Houston. Number 9 BYU versus Houston. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't know nothing about BYU, and I know very little about Houston. Very little. I know that they play a good brand of basketball as far as their aggressiveness. But that's all I know about Houston, and we're gonna have to learn them in tournament basketball. And I still won't know them because I don't have the ESPN app. There's that. Game 3, 6:30 p.m. We got Arizona State. I know a little bit about Arizona, and I know Arizona. I know Arizona State, and I know Arizona. We know Arizona's coach, right? We know Arizona. They had some successful years a couple years ago with Ari McDonald, and so Arizona is always kind of like sneaky on the up and coming, sneaky on the rise team. Shout out to Arizona, but Arizona State, we know that they've had an up and down team season, but they've been pretty good this season. So I expect them to get pretty far in the Big 12 tournament. So I take Arizona number 10, and I take Kansas over UCF. So that'll mean that Arizona State is going to play probably Kansas State, the winner of Kansas State and Cincinnati, more than likely. Once the brackets, keep funneling out. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Again, this is just the first round. I ain't even looked at the second round because we're gonna do that on Wednesday. BYU got a team full of cold white girls, and I'm taking them. Hey, listen. And can they shoot? Because again, I don't know nothing about them. Tell me, Lou, can they shoot though? Because if all the white girls can shoot over there, it might be smoking the city for Houston. And I'm not mad at that. If y'all can't shoot, I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, the tournament season, at the end of the day, what we do know is that the tournament season is always interesting. Whether it's conference or once we get to March 14th and we get that last reveal for our top 16 teams, then we start talking about March Madness, and then it just levels up in excitement. So, who don't love women's basketball at this time of the year? And now we can actually sit around and talk about maybe WNBA soon, because it seems like they coming together with the CBA contracts. I don't know, man. I'm just a little excited right now. I don't know, man. You feel me? We didn't had a full moon. I mean, things is going on right now. Things is happening, and basketball is cooking with grease. You feel me? Unrivaled been cooking. I mean, come on, man. What we doing, man? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to another great episode of Her Core, Her Rules, man. Y'all know each and every episode is powered by a Freer Lens, man. And we were blessed to be able to play in a new game. I'll be able to launch another idea with y'all. My AP Top 25 reactions, man. Going into next season, we're going to do this each and every AP poll breakdown. That's how we're going to introduce it. So giving y'all a little teaser, making it more engaging. I appreciate y'all, man. Delani Gibb, a 30-piece waiting to happen. They can shoot. Ooh, yowza. They got it like that? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna find out something then. I ain't mad. Listen, I ain't mad at being reintroduce myself. My name is Delani. Okay. You feel me? So I'm ready. I'm ready to be exposed to talent that I haven't yet been exposed to. Rather, I've been so focused on certain teams or certain conferences. You know what I mean? It's always an interesting time because you get to watch so many games and get to see so many different highlights of teams that you may not have watched prior to, conference games. So I think it's an exciting time, man. You know what I'm saying? What a time to be alive, bro. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in to another Her Core Her Rules episode. We do this every Monday at 6 p.m. And guess what? We're going to spin a block and do it Wednesday at 6 p.m. as well because conference play starts on Wednesday. So who are we not to kick off conference play right here on Her Core Her Rules, man? So y'all pull up Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it right back. Okay. And then we're going to talk about Player of the Year awards because SECs would have released by the next time we meet on Wednesday and the Big Ten. So, man, we're going to have some stuff to talk about and stuff to break down. So, what that means is there will not be a Cavs State of Mind this Wednesday because we will be doing a Her Core Her Rules this Wednesday. Okay. Moving forward, what you're going to be seeing on this channel until the season closes, until March Madness is over with, is Her Core Her Rules women's basketball content because this is the height of the season. This is what we all been training for as fans, is to talk about March Madness and to get into the stats and break down these games from a high level, right? And to see who rise to the occasion. Who blow their tire and prove to us that they've been fool's gold all along. So all the content throughout the remainder of the season on Beyond the Lens TV on these 6 p.m. slots will be dedicated to women's basketball. And that's my dedication to y'all as women's basketball fans because it gives y'all another fresh perspective and another voice that's covering these games that y'all don't hear. I ain't like everybody else. It just is what it is. So appreciate y'all for rocking with me, rocking with the brand, rocking with Freer Lens, rocking with Cavs State of Mind. If y'all was looking forward to that on Wednesday, appreciate y'all. But we doing Her Core Her Rules this Wednesday. Okay, that's what we doing. Okay. And everything is brought to you again by the sponsor, by Beyond the Lens TV, by Freer Lens. Appreciate y'all. Go check out the website, freerlens.com. Hit that subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter. Subscribe to the channel while you here, man. It's been a pleasure with y'all always. Y'all know the signature. Y'all know the sign off. Peace and freedom. We gonna see y'all on Wednesday. Peace.